All right, welcome to Sinbin Stream. Today we continue with men's Olympic ice hockey action, and it's the United States versus Denmark. In net is Jeremy Swayman for the United States. Connor Hellebuck will play tomorrow. The U.S. has back-to-back games. All right, audio's good. Let me work on getting my chat on my tablet, though. There we go. And we'll welcome not only on YouTube, but if anybody has a Twitch account, we are live streaming to there as well. All right. Hopefully, I think everything is all set. Let me mute this. Unmute that so we get the goal horn and end of period horn. And Swayman, the coach, or I'm sorry, Swayman. Mike Sullivan, the coach for the United States. I don't know if it's Mads Solgaard or Frederick Deichow in net for Denmark. Both Germany and Group B, the teams behind the U.S. at 1-0 are 1-1. Germany and Latvia. Yeah, let's take a quick look. I think the Olympic site a little bit easier to navigate since IIHF has another tournament going on at the moment. All right, we have, let's see. Yeah, Latvia beat Germany 4-3. Germany must have beat Denmark then the other day. Let's scroll back. Yeah, Germany 3-1 over Denmark. And the United States beat Latvia 5-1. So that's Group C. And the U.S. finishes up with Germany tomorrow. We'll have that game for you. Same time, 2:05. Gracie, hello. How are you today? Hope you're having a great weekend. We'll try to keep an eye on the women's other quarterfinal, Finland, Switzerland, for the final spot in the semifinals. Sweden, United States, Canada all advanced in the women's tournament. All right, so let's get to the play-by-play. We have a Swedish and Canadian ref and a United States and Canada lines person. A minute and a half till the game's opening face-off. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Game is on Peacock and believe USA Network in the USA if you have it for TV. Oh, Swayman, and I missed who he was playing against for Denmark. My bad. We'll get it soon enough off the play-by-play. Wait, that's the women's. Here's the men's. Yeah, my bad. Should have had the starting goalie ready. I just missed it. Oh, it's Mads Solgaard. All right, so now we're set. Mad Sogard, who is number 30. Frederick Dykchow is the backup. Swayman in net for the U.S. He's from the Boston Bruins. Connor Hellebuck, the backup. Hellebuck will get the start tomorrow against Germany. All right. Just about set for the opening face-off. Eichel against, let's see. Well, false start on the draw. We'll try again. All right, Eichel. Again, the U.S. in blue going right to left. The Denmark team in white going left to right with their like maroonish red color on the trim for the helmets, the pants, and the shoulders. All right, centering pass. The Denmark brings it up left circle, sent to the far corner. U.S. makes a pass, and Quinn Hughes dumps it into the far corner, takes a bounce all the way to the near corner. And Gensel couldn't get to it. Denmark takes it out. And U.S. in the far circle. Behind the net. And out. Denmark up the far boards into the far corner. That is Bjorkstrand. I believe he's in the NHL. Oliver Bjorkstrand. Forgot which team. Kept it at the blue line, shot wide into the far corner. U.S. knocks it out. No shots on goal yet. Here we go again, a blowout, says Dan. We'll see. We'll see. Denmark definitely has some NHLers. All right, United States behind their own net. Werenski up the near boards, but not out. Denmark centers it on net to Swayman. And I think it's in the net, but the ref is waving it off at 18:20. Well, what's the call? No, it's 1-0 Denmark. Okay, I was wrong. And Rutrow for the United States. It's 1-0 Denmark. So thanks for the jinx, Dan. Tipped on net, and yeah, through Swayman. 5-hole off of Nick Olison's stick after the shot from Oscar Molgaard. Or is it Moelgaard? Maybe it's Moelgaard. Yep, I think it beat Swayman 5-hole. So not the start the U.S. was hoping for. And they trail 1-0. Face-off taken by Denmark. Sent up the near boards. Swayman plays it to the far corner. Dug out by the U.S. Up ahead, Quinn Hughes at the red line. Passes. I keep forgetting. That's Brock Nelson. I can never remember he's 29. Near side, Quinn Hughes shot. Saved by Sogards at 17:56, and the pushing and shoving ensues. Shot on goal, I believe credited to Quinn Hughes. So 1-0 in the early going. Even strength goal by Denmark. Rutrow. Hellebuck, Ottinger, and Swayman. So are they going to dress Ottinger at all? Pretty sure Hellebuck was backed up by Swayman. And Hellebuck is the backup for Swayman today, so... All right, face-off. Eichel keeps it in. He gets it back. Somebody lost a stick. Quinn Hughes at the blue line, sent around behind the net. Eichel has it. Former Sabre, current Vegas Golden Knight, I believe. Far circle. Back to the blue line. Sent down. Looks like Quinn Hughes sends it around. Eichel again, near corner. And sent up the ice by Denmark. No icing. They beat it out. That was Frederick Storm in the far corner now. Trying to dig it out is Alexander True. McAvoy can't get it out. Finally, Quinn Hughes has it. He takes it in the near corner. Pass to Eichel. Eichel up ahead. And that is icing on the United States at 16:55. Yeah, what happened here? I think the U.S. kicked it in their own net. Yeah, I don't know if Olesen should have been given this goal. He was the last one to touch it. Werenski's the one that knocked it in past Swayman 5-hole. They just showed the replay. Well, that was a terrible puck luck for the United States. And we get a false start on the faceoff. We'll try again. Faceoff. Quinn Hughes behind his own net, up the near boards, kept in by Denmark, sent to the side of the net. Gosh darn it, every freaking time. All right, into the far corner, far circle, drop pass to Quinn Hughes. They settle it down. Up ahead to Boldy, right up the middle to the near circle, shot. Wrap around and in. What a play by Boldy. It's 1-1 at 16:25. Bad play by the goalie from Denmark. And quickly the United States gets the equalizer. Shots are 3-2 U.S. Boldy from Quinn Hughes and Slavin. Way out of the net to the near side. Misplayed. And Boldy stuck with it and beat Sogard to the far post. May have sent it in off a Denmark skate or stick blade. But he got the wraparound as Sogard came way out of the net, was way out of position, was not able to recover. So U.S. breathes a sigh of relief and gets the equalizer. We got under 16:20 dumped in by the United States to the far circle. And taken out by... Oh, I read your comment. To be fair, U.S. has to play shorthanded the whole game. Yeah. Well, it's 1-1 now. We're 4 minutes into the game. Long pass ahead off the boards into the far corner. Trying to dig it out for Denmark is Frederick Storm. Up ahead, played to Nick Olesen, and now taken back by Lars Eller into his own zone. We got a delayed penalty coming on the United States, so Denmark has pulled the goalie. They swoop back into their own zone. All right, taking up the far boards. Nikolai Ehlers, and now finally the U.S. touched it up with 15:23, and we'll get to the Denmark power play. Dylan Larkin holding at 4:37. So Denmark gets the first 5-on-4 man advantage. All right, sorry, just responding in Twitch. All right, power play here for Denmark, and just cleared out to neutral ice by the United States. 15:12 to go. Trying to kill off the Dylan Larkin penalty. Up the middle, looked like a save by Swayman, and the Denmark player crashed into the net, and we got a whistle at 15:02. Shots are 3-3. Yeah, not sure what happened, but he ended up crashing. Made the shot on goal and kind of slipped near Slavin and crashed into the near post and knocked the net off the moorings. 1:39 to go on the Denmark power play. They got to kill. U.S. has to kill the penalty from Dylan Larkin. All right. U.S. won the face-off and dumped it into the near corner with 14:53 to go. Skated out. Who was that for Denmark? I cannot find 12. Who the hell is 12? Oh, Moelegard. Moelegard? All right, taken by Denmark. It's cleared again by the United States. Mulgard? I think it is just Mulgard. All right, under a minute to go on the Denmark power play. Skated out by Denmark into the far boards, sent into the far corner. U.S. has it in the far corner, up the far boards, down the length of the ice, and they cleared it. Picked up with 37 seconds to go on the power play. Lauridsen into the O-zone, to the far circle. They're trying to get it to Nick Olesen and could not, and the U.S. clears it or dumps it in from the blue line, actually. Marcus Lauridsen, a drop pass for Denmark. They get it to Olesen. Near boards, but a whistle at 13:31, meaning 21 or 8 seconds to go on the power play. Yeah. So Canada's 2-0. Slovakia's 2-0-1. Same with Finland and Sweden. I don't know their standings. Does that mean no, that's 2-1 if you think of it in the United States terms. 2 wins, 1 loss. They put losses last. Just realize that. They've got 4 digits. Losses are to the far right. All right. Taken by the United States. Dumped ahead. There's the power play. It is over for Denmark. Don't think they got a shot on goal. Tipped ahead and swept out by the United States. Hughes, that'd be Jack Hughes. Boldy gets it back to him. Hughes centers it to Quinn Hughes. Long shot. And a whistle after a glove save. We got timeout at 13:03. Shots are 4-3 United States. 1-1 is the score. What are they?
One American figure skater and Olympic favorite, Ilya Malinin, fell twice during the men's singles competition.
Oh, okay.
Entirely. Now, while McAvoy said he felt terrible for the quad god, he said it served as a wake-up call for Team USA. And he wrote in that diary.
Thanks, Sinbin Admin. Gracie saying USA, USA, USA. Yep, agreed. Yep, got my old stick, and then we got the goalie stick that we just bought the blade for and put it on an old Mike Bossy stick that I broke. I've always had wood sticks with plastic or whatever it's made out of blades. All right, 1-1. 1-1. 13:03 to go. First period. Like and subscribe on YouTube if you could do me that favor. And follow on Twitch. I do appreciate it. Supporting my channels. All right. So this was like a media timeout. Peacock / USA TV decided not to take a commercial break. Hopefully they don't pull that shenanigans that they did during. I can't imagine they would do that to the US game. They would have multiple complaints or numerous complaints. Austin Matthews wins the draw to Quinn Hughes, down to Jack Hughes, centering for Matthews, deflected into the far boards. Werenski to Matthews, taken away by Denmark, out of the zone. That was Jensen, and into the near corner. Picked up by Quinn Hughes behind the U.S. net. Pass to the near boards. Jack, wait, which Hughes is that again? I already blanked. Jack Hughes, yeah, that's right. Luke is not there, the third Hughes brother. Line change. Quinn Hughes hangs on to the puck while they get the forwards changed. He gets the puck back. A drop pass to his defensive pairing, I believe. Doesn't look like McAvoy. I can't see the number. Sent ahead by Quinn Hughes, but U.S. gets called for icing at 12:05. Still 4-3 the shots, 1-1. Good luck, Charlie. Oh, Charlie McAvoy. Long Beach is proud of Team USA. Charlie McAvoy and the men's hockey team bring home the gold. All right. True to face off against Eichel. We just got a warning to True. Face off taken by Eichel. Quinn Hughes behind the U.S. net, up the near boards. Taken away by Denmark. Stolen by the U.S., but I guess the U.S. was offsides? Really? Is that the call? At 11:58. Did not see that. Since the move. Now that I have faster internet. Yeah, since the move. So this month, what February 6th probably, on a Friday, I think. I had Twitch, but I hadn't touched it since April of 2025, and now I'm co-live streaming there. And it seems to be faster than YouTube, I got to say. That's the one advantage. Sent into the near corner. Yeah, I wasn't able to do it with at the old house with the old slow internet. But now we are able to. Dumped in behind the net. Denmark turns it over. But no, they get it right back. Wait, U.S. trying to dig it out of the near corner. Puck is still being battled for. Taken away by Sanderson. He dumps it into the near corner. Blue line or pass. Near circle shot. Save and frozen there at 11:05. Pretty good shot, I believe, off the stick of Zach Werenski. Hey, Bok Choy, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Especially. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I gotta love Nick Suzuki. Again, I'm even more familiar with his brother Ryan Suzuki, who plays for the Chicago Wolves. Unfortunately, I think I might be too far to get Wolves games, but I could get Rockford Ice Hogs games, the Blackhawks affiliate. They have a similar Rockford station set up. Taken behind the net by Sanderson, behind the U.S. net, that is. Up the near board. Shots are 5-3 U.S. now. Another apparent offsides on the United States at 10:38. Hey, we got 15 followers in Twitch. I appreciate it. And we are up to 1225 in YouTube subs. Thank you so much. All right, back underway after the face-off dumped in by the United States. And Denmark up ahead to the near circle. Sent around the boards. Actually pinned in the near corner. Storm trying to dig it out for Denmark. Gets hit by McAvoy. Storm sends one, but it goes off the far boards. Kept in at the blue line for Denmark into the near corner. Picked up by Patrick Russell. And, all right, McAvoy got it. No, that's not McAvoy. U.S. has it. Far circle behind the net. Looks like Sanderson. Nope, that would be Jack Hughes. Down low. Far circle. Centering pass. Shot. Big rebound. Tipped out of the zone by Denmark, and Jack Hughes will retreat to his own end to pick up the puck. Jack sends it ahead. Boldy with the puck in the far boards. Boldy to Gensel in the far corner. To the near circle. Sanderson with the puck. Sends it back behind the Denmark net to the far corner. Sent in behind the net and into the far corner. That was Slavin, but now Denmark makes a cross-ice pass to Ehlers. Ehlers up the middle. He'll loop back to the red line and now dump it in. Into the far corner. Sent around behind the net. Kept in at the blue line by Setkov. And Setkov passes. Another dump in by Denmark. This one, a glove save by Swayman at 8:44. Wait, what? That was a goal? Are you kidding me? What did you do, Swayman? Well, they better get Hellebuck in there. What the hell? How the hell did this go in? It was a red line dump in. And the U.S. is down 2-1. It beat them blocker side high. Are you kidding me? Oh, this was like a red... This was just inside the red line. What a rocket shot. U.S. and what's going on, Jensen? Oh, come on, Swayman. From Setkov. Nicholas Jensen. And Nick Olesen on the other Denmark goal. Wow, shocking development here. U.S. trailing 2-1. Jeez Louise. Sent to the far circle. Off the net. And let's see. Drop pass out of the zone. Tipped ahead. And sent into the near circle. Jeez, I can't believe that puck went in. Oh, my gosh, Swayman. Up the near boards. Eichel falls down. Shot was wide by Brady to Kachuk. Haven't said the Kachuks all night. But that's Matthew and Brady in the far corner. And Denmark sends it up. Denmark, both teams getting a line change. McAvoy has it. Pass off the near boards. Sent around. Behind the net and kept in and dumped around. Eller to the blue line. Denmark dumps it into the near corner. Towards the net, wide by Lars Eller. Sent in behind the net. Jensen in the far corner. And up to the neutral ice. Jesper Jensen Abo. He gets it back in his own zone. 7-0. Oh, I got to catch up on the time a little here. Dumped in behind the net. U.S. trying to dig it out. Faber. It gets stolen. Denmark in the near circle. What the heck is going on out here, U.S.? Taken out by Miller towards the net, and it gets loose into the near circle. They say 7-4 on the shots, U.S. Swayman's let in 2. First one was not his fault. It was tipped in, by really basically on an own goal by the United States 5-hole. All right, Faber with the puck. from Minnesota Wild. He's paired with Quinn Hughes, also of the Wild currently. Quinn Hughes passes up ahead. Gensel takes it behind the net. Far corner. Sent in by Slavin to the far corner. Peeled back. Blue line pass. Looks like Sanderson. That shot is blocked. Rebound. Slavin sent into the far corner. Though Boldy out there. Gensel. Near corner Sanderson. Behind the net to the far corner. Blue line keeper. Another shot blocked. Another one Sanderson into the near corner. Don't think any of these are getting through. Good defense by Denmark to block these shots. Oh, Quinn Hughes fell down. No, wait, that was Sanderson. And trying to play it is Slavin. He gets it back. And the U.S. probably going for a line change. Slavin in front of his own net. Slavin to the far side. Sent ahead. Near boards. Dumped in by Denmark. Played to the near corner by U.S. And just out to neutral ice. Pass off the near boards. Matthew Tkachuk sends it. Sogard plays it off the far boards. Shots are still 7-4. Icing called on Denmark at 4:42. Never used Twitch, was the advantage of the platform. Well, for one thing, it's faster. Like, it's almost instantaneous from what I'm saying to Twitch. It does have a lot more commercials, though. So once they get commercialized, it is worse. But usually it's used by, like, gamers and stuff. And that's what I used it for. But now I'm just co-streaming my live streams. Couple of chances for the United States. Not cashed in. We got 4.5 to go in the opening period. Keeper Larkin shot saved again by Sogard. Sent out, dumped back in. Larkin up ahead. Takes a hit. That was Thompson, Buffalo Sabre took the hit. Kept in by Faber. To the far circle. Tipped into the near boards and into the crowd at 3:57. And finally, I assume this might be the under 6 media timeout. 10 for the shots, the United States, but they trailed 2-1. Shocking red line rocket by Denmark. Nicholas Jensen. That beat Swayman blocker side, over his shoulder. 3:57 to go. Yeah, Olsen and Jensen for Denmark are the goal scorers, and Boldy for the U.S. Let's go Denmark. Eller. No, 0 chance. Yep. Yeah, I don't understand Hudson. I don't understand Miller being on this team. I really don't. Should have been Caulfield. And I think Hudson is head and shoulders above everybody on the United States defense except for Quinn Hughes maybe? Yeah, I don't understand the roster selection for the United States. And I don't understand why Swayman and Hellebuck are the goalies. What about Jake Ottinger? Why is he not dressing? Swayman seems to be the weak link. This is pretty brutal. I mean, we got Hannafin, Sanderson, Werenski. Faber's pretty good. Slavin, Quinn Hughes, Charlie McAvoy. I take Hudson over any of these guys other than maybe Quinn Hughes. Yeah, other than Quinn Hughes, I would take Hudson, over all of these defensemen. I agree. I don't understand just because he's young, U.S. behind their own net, 3:45 to go opening period, tipped off the far boards, and Denmark has it. Pass ahead. Quinn Hughes breaks it up right in front of the net, sends it up the near boards, tipped on by the United States, but it's going to be whistled dead for icing at 3:27. Yeah. No, I know. I think it's even worse for Caulfield. He could be in here over a lot of, well, maybe over Kyle Connor. Connor's pretty good, but definitely JT Miller. I don't know why JT Miller and like Brock Nelson's all right, but Miller should not have been on over Caulfield. Towards the net, frozen by Swayman at 3:22. Miller sticks out like a sore thumb. He should not be on this United States team. Yeah, exactly. Keep him healthy. Same with Caulfield. Yeah, it's too bad. Apparently, Fiala is probably done for the year, so that hurts the Kings' chances. Man, we keep showing this goal from the red line. I don't know. Whoops, I forgot to pause my clock. We had another icing on the U.S. Sorry, I forgot to pause it. Icing at 3:13. Shots are 10-5 U.S. The Denmark leads 2-1 thanks to that red line missile off the stick of Jensen. Gotcha, yeah. Well, again, it's Miller. You certainly could have put Caulfield on the team over Miller, even if you keep Kyle Connor. And especially, again, with Hudson, it's ridiculous. Hudson over anybody but Quinn Hughes, any of these defensemen. But both, it's ridiculous. They both should have been on. Boldy dumps it in to the far corner. Blue line keeper for the U.S., that's Sanderson. He sends it around. Matthews, near corner, centers it. Boldy tried to get it back to Matthews. Boldy in the near boards, tipped up and into the crowd at 2:34. Yep. Would the Kings beat Denmark? I don't know. All right, now this is the under 6 media timeout. We must have just had the under 10. I don't know. Where's the game? Is it on the road? Then the Kings win. If it's in crypto.com arena, then the Kings lose. That's just the way 2025, 2026 is gone. They're so bad at home. Nah, Denmark's pretty good. Not just because they're leading 2-1 here either. Yep, Boldy the goal. Olsen on a play towards the crease. It ended up getting tipped in off a rebound. I believe it may have been kicked in accidentally by Zach Werenski. Boldy tied it up, but then a red line rocket from Jensen from the bench side beat Swayman blocker side high over his shoulder. And the U.S. needs to wake up and smell the coffee because it's game on. They're down 2-1. Why do I keep blanking on 29? 29 is Brock Nelson. That's right. He's had a pretty good tournament, actually, so I won't say Caulfield over Nelson. Their bad player selection will cost them gold and keep our players safe. Hello, Son of Shield. Hello. Caden, what's happening to the U.S.? Yep. It's Swayman. Swayman from Boston. First goal wasn't his fault. I think Werenski may have own goaled. Second one was a red line rocket that beat him over the right shoulder, blocker side high. Another icing on the United States at 2:22 to go in the first. Taryn Kachuk, Brady and Matthew's sister, looking a little perturbed in the crowd. She's got the United States flag painted on her face. Now she's smiling. All right, face off, taken, sent to the neutral zone for the United States. Up ahead, dumped into the far corner, picked up by Denmark. Pass ahead to the neutral zone. All right, United States, Jack Hughes up ahead into the O zone. Picked up by... but not finally out by Denmark. They're trying to get a line change. Shot, nice save by Swayman on a kick save. Excuse me. And finally out. A red line dump in by the United States by Miller. Far corner. Under a minute and a half to go. Sent into the near boards. Hit in the corner. U.S. can't get it out. Blue line keeper for Denmark. Shot or pass was tipped wide behind the net into the far corner. Picked up by Nick Olesen. Sent towards the net but wide. Kept in at the blue line again. Sent around. They tried to center it. Shot. I think Swayman got a left pad or right pad on that. And it's into the near corner again. Swayman behind his own net plays it to the far corner. Flipped out probably by McAvoy. And up the near boards. Pass off the far boards in front of the bench and dumped in by Denmark. As we get under 30 seconds to go in the opening period. Pass taken by the United States towards the net and frozen by Sogard at 18.8. 12-7 shots for U.S. trailing 2-1. Shot from sitting on his butt by Eichel after he got knocked down. Didn't get much out of it. No, he just slipped, and then the shot he kind of slipped on too. 18.8 to go in the first period. United States needing a wake-up call here. 15 seconds to go. Blue line keeper dumped in. Eichel. No, that's not Eichel. Sent towards the net by Werenski. Now Eichel sends it around. 3 seconds to go. Centering pass into the near corner, and that's it. First period over, and we got pushing and shoving after a little bit more than pushing and shoving after the whistle. And that's Brady Kachuk. Oliver Lordson a little upset for Denmark. Don't know if this will delay the countdown here for the second intermission. Tkachuk right with the linesman there just knocked Lordson's helmet off. Hopefully this isn't a penalty on Tkachuk at the end of the period. We'll see. All right, U.S. has a lot of work to do. They are down 2-1 despite out shooting Denmark now 13-7. 13-7. But they trail 2-1 thanks to that rocket from the red line by Jensen. Hey, M Hammer Sports, USA, USA, USA. Who started? Oh, in net, it was Hellebuck. Hellebuck. Hello, Yusuf Ali. Hello, hello. Well, it was some bad puck luck. Again, we had an own goal pass was deflected in 5-hole. Basically deflected 5-hole past Swayman on an own goal by the U.S. And then just a red line rocket that's, I guess, surprised Swayman. I don't know. Just putting the period score in for Twitch. Let me put that in here as well. Let's see. I'll catch up on the chat in a minute here. There we go. All right, we got 24 votes in the poll. 88% for the U.S., 12% for Denmark. Well, I don't want to get political. We'll leave it at that. It's a lot more than that, though. Don't forget how many doping scandals hasn't Russia had lately, too? So they're allowed to compete as individuals, just not as a team. But, I mean, political stuff aside, they've had many doping scandals. I think it has as much to do with their doping scandals as it does I guess it does have more, they invaded Ukraine, and but I'm going to leave it at that. Well, when he's on the U.S., I like Brady Tkachuk, but yes, normally I'll agree with you because he is a Florida Panther, or is that Matthew? I forgot which one's on the Senators, one's on the Panthers, so I wouldn't normally like the Panthers one. For the Danish. Thanks, our Carino. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Sinbin's favorite, Marchand. Well, I have more of a problem with... sorry, I'm blasting the mic here. I have more of a problem with Rodriguez now on Florida. He's injured 2... I think I don't know... He's done some really cheap stuff. He injured one Carolina Panther, and maybe it was Tom Wilson who injured the other one. I don't remember. I say put music. Yeah, I will put the music in a minute. Shesterkin. Well, Shesterkin's hurt, so it doesn't matter. Sorokin, Vasilevsky, Bobrovsky. Yeah. Shesterkin is injured, though, so he wouldn't have been there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Intermission. Yeah, first intermission. We have 2 intermissions, 18 minutes in length. 3 20-minute periods. No, it is all about the war in Ukraine. That is why the Russian teams aren't here. I'm not gonna, mischaracterize it, but I'm not gonna comment pro or against the U.S. government or anybody's government for that matter. So I'll try to stay out of the political. I'm okay with news and stuff, but as much as I can, I don't want to be political because I don't want to alienate, half the audience either way. We're trying to welcome everybody here. Oh, we need to check on the women's draw. Finland, Switzerland is 0-0. Again, Sweden, United States, Canada, and then the winner of Finland, Switzerland will advance to Monday's semifinal round for the women. So after this game, no more head-to-head between the women's tournament and the men's tournament. Tomorrow, preliminary round play concludes for the men. Canada, France, and United States, Germany. We'll have that for you. And man, how many times are we going to see this?
Just looking down the wall and then fires it back where he's not looking. A lot of times goaltenders will follow the player's eyes, and he sneaks it by him. High block. It's very sneaky.
And then he said losing the puck, that's something that's really difficult, obviously.
Yeah, I still don't know how the heck that puck went in. Just not a good play by Swayman. All right, again, so just, taking the evening off Saturday tonight and tomorrow night. No real college basketball worth it. Monday, semifinals for the women, and then Stephen F. Austin and Texas A&M Corpus Christi men's basketball off of ESPN Plus. Then Tuesday, that men's qualifying round gets underway. That's the round before the quarterfinals. And we'll have that traditional 9:40 and 2:10 starts. UCLA, Michigan State, that one's on Peacock that night. And I think the Wednesday night, Kansas, Oklahoma State might be off of Peacock as well. I got to double check. And we'll have to pick out a Thursday game. So Wednesday would be the men's quarterfinals. Thursday, I think, wait, that actually, let me check that schedule. That might not be right. Okay, Sunday, 9:40, 2:10. 9:40, 2:10 Monday, 9:40, 2:10 Tuesday, 9:40, 2:10 Wednesday. I think I goofed on Thursday. Yeah, those times are wrong. Let me fix that. The women's medal matches are wrong. The bronze and silver. The bronze and gold medal matches. That is the incorrect time on Thursday. Make that 7:40 and 12:10 for those games. There we go. Friday, men's semis, the traditional 9:40, 2:10. Saturday, 1:40 for the bronze game. Then I hope you can get up early. Sunday morning gold, 7:10 in the morning Central Time. Unreal. No, I get you. No, you're fine. No, you're fine, Yusuf. Crosby versus Ovi. Yeah. Yeah, he's been around. He's been around lately. Not today, but he has been around, Yusuf. Okay, let me take a quick break. Again, like and subscribe. Help support the channel. Follow if you have a Twitch account. I would appreciate it. And let me get the music queued up. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the chat. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for spending some of your time with me. Yeah, no, Father Time has been around. Not, I'm trying to think when. It's been during some of the hockey, just not today though. But he'll be back for if there's a WNBA season. I hope they get this. All right, thanks. We got 12 likes. I do appreciate it. Come on. All right, let me find the music. Oh, we'll do the patriotic music. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks. All right, we are back. Pardon me. Get the music done. Underway in the second period. All right, U.S. in blue going left to right. And, oh, sorry, I missed it. Thank you. All right, U.S. in the near circle, shot blocked into the near corner, taken out by Denmark. 3-on-3 into the far corner. Centering did not get through. Behind the U.S. net. And taken by the U.S. Eichel dumps it in from the red line. All right, thanks for the waters and bin admin. Love you. Sent out by Denmark. Trying to do some laundry. That's why I was a little late. Off the near boards, Matthews sends it. Nope, it's Denmark in control of the puck. Into the far boards. And Denmark skates it out once again. Towards the net for Swayman. Tipped into the netting. They took the score bug down. Great job, Peacock. 18:45 to go in the second period. All right, 13-8 are the shots on goal. One shot on goal here for Denmark. All right, face off. Sent behind the net. Werenski up the boards, pass, and U.S. turns it over. Denmark sends it in around behind the net. In the far corner, Olsen behind the net. Taken by Agard. Blue line keeper. Off the boards behind the net. Sanderson sends it up the near boards to Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor gets it back in the near boards. Takes a hit behind the net. Centering. And Quinn Hughes has it at the red line. U.S. offside on that pass. What? Last time U.S. trailed after first period, 2010 gold medal game versus Canada. And they lost 3-2 in overtime. Yep. All right, they took the bug down. I don't even know the exact time. Face off. Under 18 minutes to go now. Eller has it for Denmark at the red line and dumps it in. Quinn Hughes picks it up in the far circle behind the U.S. net, behind Swayman. Pass up the far boards. Skated. Oh, my gosh. The U.S. was way offside. They didn't call it. In the far corner. Shot. Far circle. Blocked into the far corner. And it gets poked out by Denmark. And Quinn Hughes picks it up. Pass. Taken at the red line. Up ahead. Sent towards the net. And picked up by the goalie, and we get a whistle. And thanks, they took the bug down again. 17-19 to go, second period. Oh yeah, I'm getting a look at Tom Wilson drilling Fiala. Yeah, Birdie announced he's out for the season, which I anticipated. That really stinks. I really like Fiala, too. On nights when the Kings were playing awful, I felt like he brought the effort each and every game. Win or lose, ahead or behind, he was always putting forth 100% effort. And I couldn't say the same about the rest of the Kings roster. Faber loses the puck. It's taken by Eichel. Pass. Shot from the near circle, actually. And a broken stick for Brady Tkachuk. So this should be a slash, I would think, against Denmark. And it is. Russell heads to the sin bin at 16:52. Slashing, and the U.S. heads to the power play looking for the equalizer. Pretty easy call. I mean, Kachuk's stick got broken. Yeah, just a chop of the stick. He had like the knob, I think. All right, so 16-8 on the shots. U.S. with the 5-on-4 man advantage. Hello, Sinbin Sun 2. You can just toss my sweatshirt. U.S. is losing 2-1.
Oh, I haven't paid attention.
Shot, save, held on at 16:35. Sorry about your basketball games today.
Oh, no, it's okay.
At least you got to play.
Yeah, I haven't even seen anything about the Olympics.
Now, this is the U.S.'s second game. They play one more tomorrow before the medal rounds, the playoffs. This is highlights of their first win against Latvia. They're playing Denmark today and losing. Power play 2 for 3 for the United States. Towards the net, off the near boards, and out. Oh, man. The longer this stays this way, the worse off the U.S. is. PK is 50% for Denmark. Behind the net, near circle, Matthew Tkachuk to Matthews. Down low for Tkachuk. Matthews near circle. Centering, tipped wide, and not kept in. Quinn Hughes gets it at the neutral ice over the red line. Takes it in. Hits off of a stick of Denmark. They send it around. Matthews keeps it in. In the slot. Thompson's out there for the United States. Haven't seen Thompson all that much, I feel like. Matthews to the blue line. Matthews touches it. Thompson gets it right back to him. Thompson's shot tipped into the netting. And a whistle at 15:32. What in the world is going on out here? U.S. just can't keep a break. Yeah, that I don't know. Thanks, Bok Choi. As far as I know, I don't know who the scratches were. Please. Wow, Denmark. Oh, Jim. Okay, sorry, I lost track. Who's in net for Denmark? Mads Solgaard. Mads Solgaard in net for Denmark. Daichow is the backup. Faceoff kept in. Boldy loses it, and Denmark clears it. There's under 30 seconds to go in the U.S. power play. Up ahead, Boldy with the puck, so it looks like power play unit 2 out there. Gensel pass. Boldy missed it into the near boards. Gensel to Boldy. Near circle, tipped into the near corner, 15 minutes to go. That'll do it. Clear down the length of the ice. This power play is going to end. Not that many scoring opportunities for the United States. They still trailed 2-1. Centering pass tipped into the near boards. Denmark, Ehlers sends it out. And this will be icing on Denmark at 14:39. Latvia and Germany 1-1 in Group C. Denmark 0-1. United States 1-0. Oh boy! All right, far face-off circle in the Denmark zone. Brock Nelson wins the draw. The United States keeps it in. McAvoy sends it behind the net to Miller. Miller in the near circle. Pass deflected on a shot into the near boards. Miller gets it out. Far circle shot, blocked or saved into the far corner. That was off of Sanderson. Pass ahead by Denmark as Jensen Abo sent it out. Swayman played it behind the boards. The U.S. sends it up the near boards. Nelson centers it. No, make that Miller. Miller gets knocked down. Faber can't keep it in, and Ehlers dumps it in for Denmark. Shots are 18-9 now, U.S. Denmark with the puck. Blue line shot. That's the 9th shot. Saved and held on by Swayman. At 13:35, we've got the under 14 media timeout. U.S. still trailing 2-1. Mads Sogard with 17 saves on 18 shots. And we're continuing to show highlights from the game against Latvia. They're showing the 2 goals waved off in that game. Still the same score as the earlier in the first, 2-1. Oh, those are some nice jerseys. Who is that? Is that? Oh, these are no, not this. Denmark's jerseys are pretty sharp. These white ones. Pretty cool logo they got. All right, well, Swayman better keep it no more than 2 goals here. The U.S. needing a lift here. They need to get back into this game, trailing 2-1. All right. Showing the U.S. bench. Not even halfway through yet, but yeah. The U.S. needs a spark, a lift of some sort here. So they struggle with Denmark. Just a tipped in goal on the first goal, and I think it went off of Zach Werenski and went by Swayman 5-hole, and then a rocket shot from the red line surprised Swayman, blocker side high over the shoulder. The U.S. is down 2-1. Thompson towards the net. Decent save there on the shot by Thompson. Sogard, another save. Save number 18 on the night. Dumped in and offside, or no, icing called against Denmark. 19-9 the shots U.S., but they trail 2-1. Welcome back, Yusuf, to the chat. All right, well, let's go, U.S. Need to wake the F up here, or the heck up. All right, it's Brady Tkachuk against Eller in the draw. Yeah, Eller, number 20. Kept in by McAvoy. Long shot blocked or into the far boards. Into the near corner. Tkachuk sends it to McAvoy. Blue line keeper from the far side. Oh, dangerous boarding. I can't believe no call. Lars Eller, I guess it was just far enough. I thought they might get called for boarding, but I guess it was just far enough from the boards that he didn't get called. And the U.S. keeps it in. Blue line keeper sent around the boards. Up the near boards for Denmark. Dug out of the corner by Noah Hannafin. Up the near boards for the U.S. Taken by Gensel. Up ahead. Collision taken away by Jensen Abo. And sent out of the zone by Brugesser. Philip Brugesser, number 42. U.S. makes a long pass ahead. Boldy in the near circle, looking. Gets tied up. Denmark. And that is Jensen Abo. And finally, the U.S. gets it. Blue line keeper. Sent in behind the net. Somebody lost a stick in the far corner. U.S. centers it. Oh, Werenski turns it over. Ehlers going the other way. Far circle, near circle, towards the net, into the far corner. U.S. sends it ahead. And Jack Hughes sends it back. Jack Hughes picks it up. Jack Hughes, let's see. Off the near boards, turned over, dumped in again by Denmark, but a whistle for icing with 11 minutes to go. In the second period, we played 29 of 60 minutes, and the U.S. down 2-1. U.S. is playing like the Kings. Yep. I wish it was the Kings with a healthy somebody lost a skate blade for Denmark on the on a clearing or a pass attempt. That's what happened. You could see the blade go flying after the puck hit his skate. Off the near boards and dumped in for the United States. Played behind the net by Sogard. Up the near boards and out. And another icing on Denmark. The U.S. has got to make them pay for all these icing. Let's go Denmark. Cheers for Swayman and McAvoy in NHL. Any team with Matthews as captain are on team. Okay, well, whatever. Still a long way to go. And it is only the prelim round. Probably shot number 20 coming up here after this face-off for the United States. 10:37 to go. Oh, geez. I know we're way behind with Peacock. I don't know if USA Network would be far enough ahead, but yeah. Eichel, face-off. Shot, goal, off the draw. The United States ties it at 2-2. Eichel, the assist. Who got the top shelf shot? It was Brady Tkachuk. Again, Eichel on the assist. Number 7 put the biscuit in the basket for the United States. Beat Sogard, blocker side high to the near post. Right off the draw. Great wrister by Brady. And the U.S. has tied it at 2-2. USA, USA, USA. Any good U.S. players sitting out? I don't know. Hellebuck is the backup to Swayman. Ottinger isn't dressed. Other than that, I don't know if they scratch anybody or not. I haven't seen that info. All right, the U.S. finally, a little bit of a breath, breathes a sigh of relief, but still a lot of work to be done. We are tied at 2. 10:20 to go, middle period, so almost halfway through the game. U.S. takes the momentum back. They tie it at 2. Pass ahead for Denmark. Swayman plays it to the far boards instead to Quinn Hughes. And yeah, as far as I know, no changes from game 1 at least for the United States in the lineup. Dump in there off the stick of either Hannafin or, I can't find a 16. That must be 15. Glove saves Sogard. He hangs on at 9:44. And pushing and shoving. Wedgesi or Wejse, Wacey in on it. Russell, Jensen. And a great shot by Brady to get the equalizer. And the U.S. has tied it. Yeah, I don't know about healthy scratches or anything. I could check Twitter. That'd probably be my best bet. Yeah, sorry. Again, Connor Hellebuck is the backup. Ottinger not dressed. I don't think Ottinger is dressed for either game because Hellebuck played the first game, and I believe Swayman was the backup. Yeah, let me wait, I can't get the I think I can only get the emojis on the phone. Not in the desktop computer. Yeah, USA flag, right? Yeah, it's not there. It's weird on YouTube. I'd have to do it on my phone to get the flag. Yeah, Brady Kachuk with the goal. Huge goal to get the United States all square at 2.
But what people might not realize is that Brady Kachuk and Quinn Hughes also did some of their growing up together. As teenagers, Quinn lived with Brady when the two were teammates on the U.S. men's national development team in Michigan. They were under the supervision of Brady's dad, Keith, a 4-time Olympian and all-time great American player. Keith joked over the years, he said, Quinn's mom, Ellen, and my wife, Chantel, they should have their heads examined for putting me in charge of taking care of those two over the years. But it seems like everything's worked out pretty well, guys, as both Quinn and Brady are now NHL All-Stars, and here they are representing the United States in the Olympics.
All right, game is halfway through. We got 9:44 to go in the middle period. 2-2. U.S. finally got the equalizer. It seemed after forever, but they're here. Even strength. In fact, all 4 goals have been even strength in the game. Both, 2 for Denmark, 2 for the United States. All right. Far face-off circle draw. Eller against Eichel. Shot and save at 9:40. Held on. Save was made by Sogard off the stick of Zach Werenski. I guess I should get out and get back in. Make sure we're not too far behind. Face-off. Eichel shot and another goal off a face-off. The U.S. finally making Denmark pay for all these draws in their own zone. U.S. takes the 3-2 lead thanks to Eichel. Eichel unassisted. How is that possible? Must have tipped off of somebody on Denmark. 3-2 United States. Yeah, I guess it must have tipped off of somebody. We were in the near circle. Eichel won the draw. And Eichel won the draw and got the goal. He beat Sogard blocker side high to the near post. So United States cooking here midway through the game. They take the 3-2 lead on Denmark. So we approach now 9.5 to go. Sent out of the zone, 23-9. The shots, U.S. dumps it in. Finally, the tide or tables have turned here for the United States. Centering pass, shot just wide off the stick of Nelson. Into the far corner, behind the net, Nelson in the near corner. Blue line, Sanderson. Behind the net, Miller. Sanderson sends it around. Jack Hughes centers it. Shot blocked into the near corner. Picked up by Nikolai Ehlers of Denmark. He takes it in to the near circle. Pass gets away from Alexander True. True, trying to dig it out. It's sent around by Zach Werenski and dumped in by the United States behind the net. into the far corner, trying to send it out. Tipped in again by the U.S., but they'll have to tag up. Up ahead. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Pardon my coughing. Matthews and McAvoy trying to dig it out. Behind the U.S. net, looks like Quinn Hughes with the puck. Sends it up the far boards. Red line keeper and a dump in behind the net by Brugesser, Philip Brugesser of Denmark. Up ahead, looked like interference, no call. U.S. behind the net, Boldy. Sure looked like Boldy got knocked down trying to go for the puck. No call right in front of the ref and sent out. Shot still 23-9 United States. We're under 7.5 to go in the middle period. Up the near boards. Over the blue line. Into the near corner. Sent behind the net for Denmark. Sent around the boards again by the U.S. That was Faber in the far corner. Trying to Dylan Larkin there. Kyle Connor as well. Excuse me. Connor centers it. Blue line shot off the boards. And the rebound by Connor sent off the post or maybe the side of the net. Another blue line keeper. That shot is blocked. Kept in at the blue line. Good possession for the United States. Up the middle shot into the near corner. Still 23-9 on the shots. These are all been blocked or off target. Faber going to get it in the near corner. He takes a hit, sends it behind the net. U.S. passes to the near boards. Dylan Larkin off the far boards. U.S. was getting a line change. They're lucky that wasn't too many men on the ice. Somehow that wasn't icing either. Up the near boards by Denmark. U.S. steals it, takes it into the near boards, or a shot from the far circle into the near boards and out. Still 23-9 on the shots. 3-2 United States now. Taken away by Denmark. Behind the net into the near boards. Kept in by Wedgse. Christian Wedgse. W-E-J-S-E for Denmark. All right, pass and sent out by the U.S. Denmark in their own end. U.S. getting a line change. Take away, but taken right back by Denmark. Do you need... Okay, sorry. I wish you would have asked. My camera just got bumped twice. Playing kitten. Sinbin admin, come on. Ask for help or wait for a break. Blue line keeper for the United States. Towards the circle. Still 23-9 out of the shots. Near circle. And sent out by Denmark. Behind the net. Swayman touches it up for Quinn Hughes. Long pass. And Brock Nelson couldn't get there. Denmark gets it out. U.S. has it in the neutral zone. Pass. And tipped ahead by Jack Hughes. Taken away by Setkoff and sent in. Not on target, though. Quinn Hughes, long pass ahead, but this might be icing on the United States at 4:02. Yeah, holy crap, this camera got knocked way off center. I can't even figure out how I had it. I think that's about it. USA, USA. Austin is, yeah, the captain, though. Austin Matthews, I should say. Oops, looks like I forgot to stop the clock on the last icing. Pardon me. 3:47 to go now. Pardon me. Under 3:45. All right, at the neutral zone. Up ahead. Shot by Denmark off target. Oh, come on. I keep... they didn't have these hyperlinks working for I don't know how many games, and now I keep misclicking on names. It's still 23-9 shots. U.S. 3-2 to score. So none of these have been on target, either blocked or wide. Quinn Hughes waiting behind the United States net. U.S. probably getting a line change. Long pass dumped in by Tage Thompson to the far corner. Need to get Thompson going here. Larkin with the puck. Now sent out to the blue line. Over to Faber. Faber up the middle to the near corner. And Faber chips it in behind the net now. Sogard plays it up the far boards. The Denmark got it out. And it's taken by Faber off the near boards. Passed up the middle. Shot by McAvoy. Rebound tipped in. That was in. That was over the line. It should be 4-2 United States. They tried a goal mouth clear, but the puck was on edge and completely in the white. And good Lord, I don't need to see that guy in nothing but United States boxer shorts, for the love of God. Could we please not show that again? USA Network and Peacock. Good Lord, could we keep this like semi-clean? What goal are they showing? This doesn't look like the goal that just happened. Yeah, off the post and then wobbling on edge, and it was into the white. It was not on the red at all. Nice attempt at a goal mouth clear by Oliver Lauridsen. But that is another goal for the United States to take the 4-2 lead. Shots are just 24-9. And still a long way to go. We got 2:37 to go in the second period, but goal credited to Noah Hannafin. Assist by Trocheck and Faber. I could not find Trocheck on the roster. I should have known they did have a 16. What line is he on? I feel like this is wrong. Oh, yeah, he's the last player above the coach. All right, I missed that. Dumped in. Slavin tried to play it out. Denmark keeps it in. Shot was wide into the far corner. 2 minutes remaining in the middle period. All right. Taken behind the net by the United States. I believe that was Werenski. Up ahead. Far circle shot. Wide into the near corner. And maybe that was on target. 25-10. And another whistle. They took down the bug. It's 1:38 to go in the middle period. And I guess another media timeout. I thought we had them all. So Hannafin gets the puck that trickled in off the blast. And the United States has the 4-2 lead after trailing 2-1 after one. I know, Austin. I get it. I remember you saying it. Yeah. I know. I'm rooting for the USA. I have, being from the United States. I do need to brighten it up in here. It's a little dark. Let me see if I can do this during the commercial break. Bit of an overcast day today, but oh yeah, sun peeking out. Of course, as soon as I do it, the sun peeks out from the clouds. But we're coming up on the second intermission. I'll make do. All right. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hope you're enjoying the Olympics. Thanks for being here during the men's hockey. Shot by Boldy. Both attempts blocked. He had a rebound stuff attempt. 1:28 to go. Middle period. Taken towards the net by Werenski. Behind the net, Boldy centered it for Austin Matthews. Somehow that didn't go in. May have hit a post because the ref went like that. That's usually a signal of a post shot. Centering pass gets into the far boards. Picked up by... and we got a whistle with 55.6 to go in the middle period. I think it was just a good kick save by Sogard off of Matthews. I think the ref thought it had hit the post, but I think it was just a great save by Sogard. All right, Eller versus Brock Nelson. Denmark comes away with the puck, pass to the neutral ice, backhander from the red line, took a hit. Jack Hughes tries to play it. Now it goes behind the net into the far corner. Centering pass. Denmark off a skate in behind the net. We approach 30 seconds to go in the middle period. And icing called on the U.S. at 26.1. They're showing Trocheck. I don't know what he's showing to the ref. Maybe something he scraped off the ice with his stick. Looked like tape or something. All right, near circle face-off. U.S. sends it around the boards at Sanderson to the neutral ice. Dumped in by Ehlers into the far corner for Denmark. Sanderson sends one. This is going to be another icing on the United States with 6.7 seconds to go. So another chance, get a shot on goal here for Denmark before the end of this period. And, possibility they tuck one in. Oh, boy. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Denmark wins the draw. Blue line keeper shot tipped in goal with 2.6. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I don't know if this is Swayman's fault or not, but good Lord, it's 4-3 U.S. Unbelievable. Brugesser beat Swayman blocker side to the far post. You had to respect the near post. Just a blue line blast. Miller did nothing in front of the puck. Assist to Ehlers and True. They may have even tipped off of Nelson high or Miller higher, and then I don't know if Swayman got a piece of it or not. What are we replaying here? Blurry shot of the crowd. Wow, unbelievable. It's 4-3, so this game is a long way from over. Center ice face-off, and that is the end of the second period. The United States has a lot of work to do if they want to get to 2-0 in preliminary round play before they got to take on Germany tomorrow. It is 4-3 after two periods. Big goal after an icing on the United States. Just unfortunate. 44 votes. So it looks like we got 75% sounds like 33 votes for the United States, 11 for Denmark in the poll. Wow. Felt pretty comfortable, maybe not exactly comfortable with a 4-2 lead, but suddenly Denmark cuts it to 4-3 right before the end of the second. Unreal. Just unreal for the United States. Boy, I don't know. I think you got to I mean, it's not his fault, but I'm wondering if you need a... I know Hellebuck's playing tomorrow. I don't know what they're saving Jake Ottinger for. But I don't know about Swayman. Not much he could do, but still, yeah, I think you got to send a message to the team. They need to play better in front. I don't know. Just putting the score in the... But a good period by the U.S. until the last 3 seconds. You know, but they did turn it around. They were down 1, now they're up 1. So 3-1 in the second period alone would have been even better had it been 3-0 to take the 4-2 lead into the third. But instead it's 4-3, a 1-goal lead heading to the final 20 minutes. I don't know about that. I don't know, Austin. I can't comment on what the IOC does or doesn't do due to politics. You know, not much I can do. Obviously, Canada's the men's favorite anyways, so Finland, the defending champ, you know, plenty of good teams. Sure, I think they put the United States games at 2:10. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure the U.S. has a lot of pull for that as far as times of the games, but no, I would assume, I'm pretty sure that well, if it's not Hellebuck tomorrow, then they need to put Hellebuck in for the third. I don't know. Yeah, I guess for the Canadian game, if they play them in the medal round, sure. No, they're playing well. I mean, they've made their own luck. You know, they put pucks on net. They're highly efficient. The U.S. is just, I don't know. They are still up 1. That's the important thing, but got to feel a little uncomfortable, though, after that goal with 2.6 seconds to go. That was very unfortunate. And all because of an icing. You know, the U.S. had finally pressed the issue and gotten the 2-goal lead thanks to so many icings on Denmark. And then they get an icing of their own late, and they paid dearly for it. As we get a look at the goals by the United States. Again, so far in the game, we've had Olesen giving Denmark the 1-0 lead, 1:40 into the game. Assist by Molgaard. Boldy tied it at 3:35. Assisted by Quinn Hughes and Slavin. Then that rocket again, this Olesen goal, they say, yeah, Olesen ended up tipping the Molgaard shot, but I'm pretty sure it went in off the rebound of Olesen's shot. I think it was sent 5-hole by Zach Werenski's stick or skate. Then Jensen with that at 11:16, that red line rocket right in front of the benches that beat Swayman blocker side high over the shoulder from Setkoff. That was 2-1 after 1. I don't think we've had a power play goal yet, have we? Even. In the second, Brady Tkachuk from Jack Eichel tied it up, 9:26. Then at 10:23, so 2 quick goals, the U.S. finally with the lead. Jack Eichel from Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, all even strength goals. Parker Hannafin, that puck just went over the line, almost cleared out from Trocheck and Faber. That was at 17:23, and then at 19:57, Brugesser from Ehlers and True off a faceoff win after an icing. Blue line bomb beat Swayman blocker side high. That's where we stand. 3 goals on 11 shots for Denmark. Who not to make the medal round? U.S. or Denmark? Probably as all goalies and hockey players. Oh, we need to check here. Switzerland up 1-0 on Finland in the final women's quarterfinal. 18:22 to go. A goal by Mueller at 14:17 of the second from Ensler and Stalder. Was that? It was an even strength goal. So 18:22 to go. They have a 1-0 lead, and this is the final available semifinal spot. Sweden, U.S., and Canada already advanced to the semis in the women's tournament. All right, I think I need a snack. Let's see. Here's Saturday's games right now. Well, yeah, I don't think I'll be getting up at 5:10 in the morning. Just can't do it. I don't know. I'll think about it for Tuesday, though. Again, 2 games at the same time, so I'd have to pick, too. But that's very early in the morning for me. I probably would rather just stay up all night than rather go to bed and get up. Yeah, we don't need to see Finland 11-0 over Italy, as heard on Sinbin Stream. All right, I think I will get to a break here. All right. Let's cue up the music and then take a break. Please like and subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't already done so. Doing one or both does help to get the channel recommended to other potential viewers, which will help me grow the channel. Thank you for the 19 likes. If you have Twitch, please give me a follow there as well. Sinbin Stream on Twitch. Looking for other ways to make revenue. I used to have Kick. I don't know. I will consider going back to Quick. I deleted my account because I just wasn't using it. And they seem to be a little more loosey-goosey with what they show. So a little bit of a moral issue with them. All right, let me cue up the music. All right, we'll go with the short songs, I think. No. We'll do the patriotic. I don't know where I am on the list, though. Oh, yeah, we got plenty before the start. We'll do When Johnny Comes Marching Home first. All right, thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Sorry, late again. The game has not resumed yet. Where were we? Oh, Switzerland up 1-0 on Finland in the final women's quarterfinal game with 11:13 to go, and we are underway here in the third. All right. Denmark in white going left to right. U.S. in blue going right to left. Brady Tkachuk in the far corner sends one towards the net, and it's frozen there by Sorgard at 19:37. Just have a sun is trying to peek through the gray skies or the clouds. It's very cloudy today. Far circle face-off. Matthews for the United States. Taken behind the net for Denmark. Brought up through the far circle. Pass in behind, dumped into the zone, into the far corner. And back to the near side. Shot might have been blocked. All right, puck. Let's see. 29-12 on the shots. Into the near boards and neutralized. Gensel near circle. 19 minutes to go. Sent into the far boards. 18. Yeah, still trying to sync the clock. There we go. Into the far corner. Blue line keeper for Denmark. Far circle. Centering pass. Did Swayman freeze it? No, he did not. It's sent to the far boards. And it gets away from Dylan Larkin and picked up and sent in by Denmark. Again, now behind the net. Neutral ice. Ehlers taken away and a pass by Denmark to the near boards. Skated in. Drop pass. Back to the blue line. Long shot wide of the net. Taken behind the U.S. net. And Connor couldn't get to it. Now McAvoy has it. McAvoy in the far corner trying to dig it out. Connor picks it up. Connor over the middle to the far circle. A shot steered aside by Sogard. And picked up. Denmark a drop pass. Now right up the middle, and Swayman has to freeze it at 17:33. Shots are, well, it's going to be 30-12 soon here off this next face-off. Or maybe it's already 30. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put it up because the face-off is in the U.S. zone. Oh my gosh, how many times are we going to see that Denmark goal from the red line? And this is insane. Yeah, we haven't seen the third one as much, nearly as much. All right, face-off sent around by the United States, tipped towards the net, and a frozen puck. Maybe that was shot 30. 17:25. Excuse me. Swayman from Anchorage, Alaska. Wow. 750 save percentage tonight. Wait, that's not right. Oh, 9 saves on 12 shots. Yeah, that is right. Thought I misread it. All right. Face off. And we got a warning. We're going to redo it. All right, face off, taken, blue line keeper for the United States in the far corner. Back to the blue line. Far circle shot. In the crease. Kept out of the net, and finally a whistle at 17:06. And I think we got pushing and shoving. Still now 31-12 on the shots, United States. 27 saves by Sogard. Yeah, Eller not happy with Brady Tkachuk for trying to poke the puck away from Sogard. Oh, man, that puck was kicked, I think. I don't know if Brady kicked it or a Denmark player to keep it out. Because it had gotten by Sogard. All right, face-off blue line keeper by Faber. Sent behind the net to Brady Tkachuk. And skated to the neutral zone for Denmark. Taken away by Eichel. Pass tipped off the near boards. And that is Parker Hannafin. He gets it back, and he dumps it in from the red line. Under 16:40 to go. Pass towards the net in the near circle. 16:30 to go. And puck is in the near boards. Not kept in. Sanderson at the neutral zone on a pass up the middle. Taken away by Denmark into the neutral slot. Taken away by Sanderson. Pass tipped by Gensel. Taken by towards the net, and a shot. Nice shot by Werenski. A nice save. Towards the net. Now taken away by towards the net. On net, Swayman keeps it out of the net, but didn't freeze it or hang on. Another shot steered aside by Swayman with the blocker. And there's the one on net and a glove save and held on at 15:34. All right. At any rate, shots are 32-14 U.S. Score is 4-3 United States. Maybe. I don't know. We don't need to call them sisters. That's a little bit offensive, but I hear you. Point taken. Just cheering for the U.S. Not worried about what team they're on. Although I wouldn't mind somebody putting Tom Wilson into next week for Canada. Quinn Hughes pass up ahead to Connor. Connor drop pass. Larkin shot saved into the far corner. And not kept in. Sent down the length of the ice. Quinn Hughes behind the net, up the far boards, over the blue line, over the red, into the O-zone, up the middle. Shot was blocked into the near corner. And far boards, shot. And must have been blocked, sent up the far boards by Denmark. And it's going to be whistled for icing at 14:50. 4-3 United States, 33-14 shots, but still plenty of time for Denmark with 14:50 to get back in here. Great day for Sooner Nation. Yes, we have a goal by Brady. That is correct. So, yeah, I don't understand that comment either, but I will reserve further comment. I didn't look at the points, so I think just that goal by Brady. Face off, and we're gonna redo it. All right, face off, sent into the near corner. All right, puck went into the crowd at 14:40. Turtle preemptively? I don't know. Whatever. Wilson's a dirty player. Whether or not the Kachuk brothers are or aren't is immaterial. My number one can't stand is Rodriguez on the Panthers. He has injured multiple people this year, or multiple dirty hits, at least one injury. Let's put it that way. Wilson's a repeat offender his entire career. He just suddenly has turned into a goal scorer in recent years, I guess. I just can't understand how Wilson didn't get a 3-game suspension like Russ did for the exact same hit that the Pittsburgh player did, with no prior history either. He made no attempt to not hit the player with his elbow into his head. Brady Kachuk sends it up the boards. Quinn Hughes getting interfered with, no call as he's going for the puck. Sent in, and Denmark takes it behind their own net. All right. Any more of that, and I'm going to ban you. I'm going to remove this message because I don't want to have that in my chat. There's no reason for it. 50 to go, 1350, far circle, back to the blue line, up the middle, Kachuk, or no, that was a shot by Werenski that was blocked. Werenski picks it up in the far corner, takes it behind the net, up the near boards, and dumped in. Werenski to the far corner. And centering pass. Werenski shot blocked by Wejse, Wejse for Denmark. To the far circle. Centering pass. Sanderson put it on net. It's in the crease. It escapes into the near boards. And Matthews put one on net. That is blocked into the near boards. We're still at, well, now we're at 34-14 for the shots, U.S. Jack Hughes pass to the far side. Return pass to Slavin. And drop pass Werenski to the far circle. Centering. Gensel couldn't get it. It's in the near circle for Matthews. He centers it. Tipped on net. I think, yeah, we have a goal for the United States. Jake Gensel with 12:36 to go. USA up 5-3. Huge goal for the United States to take the 5-3 lead. And, well, apparently 34-14 are the shots. Gensel from Matthews and Werenski beat Sogard glove side high to the far post from the near circle. He was kind of down anticipating, like a 5-hole shot. Wasn't too high, just high enough because Sogard was crouched down. Huge goal for the United States, up 5-3. All right. Taken by and set on net by Denmark at 12:23. Another save by Swayman. 34-15 on the shots. All right. What are we showing now? We need to check on the other game. Switzerland up 1-0 on Finland. Oh, no. What just happened on my tablet? What is going on? I have no idea what I just did to my tablet. Come on. Guess we've got a media timeout. I gotta reopen this. There we go. All right. So the U.S. women will take on Sweden. That I guess that's been determined, even though there looks like there's 154 to go in this game. Switzerland up 1-0. But they just put on the broadcast that that's who the U.S. was playing. Men's basketball beating the Bulldogs. Softball won game 2. Well, everything coming up Sooners. Flow Sports is expensive, yeah. Not much is free. Some of their stuff, I think, on YouTube. They occasionally have like free previews of certain games. All right, Denmark in the neutral zone. Pass out of the zone for the U.S. Boldy to Matthews, far circle, drop pass shot, saved, and then frozen by Sogard at 12:01. Sogard with 30 saves on 35 shots. Good shot by Faber and a nice save. Far circle face-off, 12:01 to go. So still a long way to go. Plenty of time for Denmark. The next goal is going to be critical, whether it's 6-3 or 5-4. Or if the U.S. has to hang on at 5-3. Swept out by Eller, knocked in by the U.S. Matthews sends it towards the net. It must not have gone completely out. Boldy gets hit in the far boards. Boldy now centers it. Sanderson shot, and he's looking for it, and we got pushing and shoving again. Matthews this time not having it with some of the Denmark players. Good save by Sogard. Shots are 36-15. Not sure what sparked Austin Matthews. And looks like Matthews picked up a penalty. So cross-checking Matthews, not exactly what the United States wants with a 5-3 lead. So that's not good. No other way to put it. Oh, he took a shot. It was retaliation. How is that the call when Denmark delivered the original shot? That's bogus. Matthews is just defending himself. He took a couple shots from two different players. And then he gets called for the cross-check for retaliating. That's crap. What a terrible call by these refs. And if this leads to a goal, that changes the whole game around. Man, that is some garbage. U.S. clears it after they win the draw. Man, I cannot believe that. Matthews was just defending himself. He took a couple shots as he went to the net. And, as the play is being whistled dead, he didn't do anything. I guess he got baited, and if anything. Shot and too high and into the far corner. Denmark sends it behind the net. Looks like it's not cleared by the United States. Kept in for Denmark. And into the far circle. Shot, blocked, and finally Swayman freezes it at 10:51. Shots are 36-16. Good save by Swayman there and freezing it. They missed the draw, showing the replays so long. Denmark with the puck. Kept it in at the blue line. Far circle down low. Tapped to the slot. And just sent out by the United States. Chasing it was Brock Nelson in the far boards. He takes the puck away into the far corner. Taken away back by Denmark and skated to the neutral ice. Far board sent around into the near corner. A blue line keeper for the Denmark. Pass to Ehlers. Ehlers in the near circle. Ehlers looking down low to Eller. Ehlers to the blue line. He gets it right back. 33 seconds to go on the power play. 10 to go in the third period. Ehlers to the far circle. Centers it, tipped just wide of the net, and the U.S. is able to clear it down the length of the ice. All right, picked up by Denmark. One last rush. 8 seconds on the power play. Towards the net. Saved by Swayman. U.S. trying to dig it out. They can. Now they flip it out, but I think the penalty expired. But played by Denmark to the near boards. 36-18 on the shots. The United States 5-3 the score. 9:15 to go in the third period. Denmark pass to the near boards. Tipped by Denmark. Behind the net. Taken out and passed over to the far circle. Centering pass. Tipped. Rebound. And a good save by Solgaard. Excuse me. 37-18 are the shots. What's the time? 8:53. And the under 10 media timeout. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to... Oh, boy. Oh, my tablet's having that issue. There we go. Yeah, it should be live. Okay. Just double checking. 5-3 United States. It was 4-3 after two. Huge goal by the United States. Again. Oh, they just took out Solgaard. I wonder if he got injured. Daichow in the net for Daichow for Denmark. 8:53 to go in the third. So a goalie change. Solgaard to the bench. Daichow in for Denmark. 8:53 to go. Yeah, these Denmark jerseys are kind of sweet. I do like this lion they got. Decal? Okay. Solgaard not happy. I don't know if he got injured or what the call was. Face off. Oh, we're going to redo it. Did they just kick Eichel out of the draw or you just get a warning? Eichel against Eller. Eller wins the draw. Sent behind the net for Denmark for Setkov. To the far boards. Brady Tkachuk to Nelson. Shot from the far circle blocked. Blue line keeper to Quinn Nelson. He sends one. It's wide. It goes into the far corner. Kept in at the blue line and dumped in, but it must have tipped the netting. I wonder if Solgaard is having like equipment issues or took an injury. Maybe his right leg got injured on the splits.
has had a history with injuries. He's played most of his season.
All right, 8:29 to go. Matthews in the far corner. Shot wide into the near circle. And a whistle with 8:16 to go. Shots 38-18 United States. Looks like a blocked shot by, let's see. Ooh, right off the foot, I think, of Nick Olesen for Denmark. Yeah, he had to hobble to the bench. All right, face off, blue line keeper. Quinn Hughes battling along the near board, sends it around to the far corner. And Werenski sends it back behind into the near corner. But it's picked up by Denmark. They skated into the O-zone to the far corner. Russell trying to dig it out. Patrick Russell, shot blocked. It's in the slot. Boldy sends it to the neutral ice, and Denmark has the puck. Pass tipped into the near corner. Played by Quinn Hughes behind the net. And Quinn Hughes gets it back in the near boards. Up ahead to Connor, centering pass. Shot and a good save by Dykau at 7:21.
How's the game going?
39-18. Huh?
How's the game going?
There's still 7:21 to go. U.S. up 5-3.
Oh, good.
Near circle face-off. Larkin does not win it. Denmark sends it around the boards. Far side. Pass to the near boards. Dumped in by Denmark by Jensen. Nicholas B. Jensen. Up ahead for Connor. Touches it to Larkin. Larkin back to Connor. Connor sends it behind the net. Brady Tkachuk, I think, with the puck. Centering for Sanderson. Sends it wide. U.S. tried to center it again. It's around the boards. Sanderson sends it behind the net. Larkin. Now it looks like, I think Matthews centered it. And now taken out by Denmark into the near boards. All right, dumped in for the United States again into the far corner. Near circle, shot by Hannafin, saved and held on by Dykau at 6:19. 41-18 shots, 5-3 U.S. in the lead. Oh, for God's sakes, seriously. Nelson wins the faceoff for the United States. Jack Hughes towards the net on that shot, blocked into the near boards. Blue line keeper Hannafin sends it around behind the boards. Brock Nelson, no, now, who is that? Miller, centering pass, blocked out. Denmark, 2-on-2. Blue line pass off the near boards, taken away by the United States. Miller up ahead to Jack Hughes. Drop pass to Nelson. Tipped away into the near boards. Taken out by Eller. Taken away again. Jack Hughes up the middle. 1-on-1. Wraps around the net. Tried to center it for Brady. And they score. Okay, it did get sent in. I wasn't sure. 6-3 United States. (42-18). The shots. Jack Hughes from Nelson. Wait a minute. How is that Jack Hughes goal? Oh, did he send it off of... He sent it off the skate of Dykau into the net. Wow, what a play by Jack Hughes. And it's 6-3 United States. The left skate of Dykau knocked it in. I think it would have been a perfect pass to whoever was just outside the slot. If it hadn't been tipped in, and the U.S. taking the commanding lead finally. Huge 6-goal to take the 3-goal lead. All right, and around the boards, U.S. just shattered a stick. That was a shot that was wide, wrap around, saved by Swayman. Freezes it at 5:03, and we got pushing and shoving again. Brady Tkachuk there. 42-19 on the shots. All right, second game in Group C action for both of these teams and nations. This might be the last media timeout, under 6. Stützle and Draisaitl. Yep, Germany is going to be tough. They have a good team. Stützle from the Ottawa Senators. Draisaitl, of course, from the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, those are some pretty sweet uniforms for Germany, too. This must be highlights of their... Do they beat Latvia, maybe? I'm not sure. No, I thought both teams were 1-1. I don't know. Oh, meanwhile, Switzerland advances to the quarterfinals. They beat Finland 1-0. So I think they take on Canada in the women's semis. And the U.S. takes on Sweden if that report before the game ended was correct. All right, what's this?
But then if Germany were to win tomorrow in regulation, first tiebreaker is head-to-head. That's all you can.
Oh, we got a hooking call?
The breakage and the tiebreaker.
Or is that... No, that's coming up. Yeah, we're delayed. U.S. centers it up the middle to Matthews. Diving freeze attempt not successful for Dykau. It's behind the net, and we get a whistle at 4:44. And now the hooking call on WEJSE of Denmark. Yeah, he hooked Matthews. Matthews had a chance at a rebound. He got hooked. Weiza, I guess is his name. Blue line keeper off the near boards to Quinn Hughes. Sent around behind the net. Far corner Matthews. Matthews into the far corner. Thompson sent it around. Picked up by Quinn Hughes in the near side. Pass to the far circle. Blue line keeper Matthew Tkachuk to Brady. Center, back to Eichel. Back to Brady, shot wide into the near boards, and play continues. Thought it might have gone off the netting. There's a deflection to the net, behind the net, under 4 remaining, and cleared down the length of the ice by Denmark. All right, U.S. at the red line, picked up by Matthews in his own end. Far boards, return. Matthews passes, tipped away. And at the red line, a drop pass for the United States, sent off the near boards, tipped into the near corner, centering pass by Eichel. Matthew Tkachuk on the shot, rebound got away, and sent out by Denmark. Into the near circle for Eichel. Under 30 on this power play for the United States. Down low, centering pass, back to the blue line. Quinn Hughes has to regroup. Passes to the near boards. Eichel to the far circle. Back to Quinn Hughes. 9 seconds on the power play. Tipped, and Quinn Hughes to Eichel. That is sent wide. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Shot and wide into the near boards. Whoops. All right. Denmark with the puck at the neutral ice and dumped in. Behind the net, Swayman played up the near boards. Tipped by Larkin. Taken away by Denmark. Back to the blue line. Sent towards the net. Blocked by the United States. Denmark centers it right outside. Oh, they missed on a backhander. Should have been a wide open net. Swayman came out and they missed. That should have been a goal for Denmark. I mean, it would have made it 6-4 and we still have just under 2 to go, but still. Into the far corner, McAvoy. Behind the net, McAvoy with the puck up ahead. Tipped to the right, to the winger, the right wing. Sent around by Matthew Tkachuk. Nelson sends it around. Centering shot may have hit the post. I don't think that was a save. They registered a shot for the United States, though, on, I guess, that. Tipped into the crowd with 1:14 to go. Third period. U.S. up 6-3. Looking to improve to 2-0, and then they take on Germany tomorrow in the final Group C matchup. And they will be at 2-0, Germany at 1-1. Denmark and Latvia also play tomorrow. Switzerland, Czechia, and then Boldy sent it into the crowd. It was untouched, so power play for Denmark in this last 1:14. Face-off taken behind the net, sent out by the United States down the length of the ice. Behind the net, picked up for Denmark. They make a drop pass. They're 0 for 2 today on the power play. Into the near boards, Russell. Back to the blue line. To Russell. Near circle, down low. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked into the near boards. And tipped towards the net. And cleared down the length of the ice by the United States. 47-21, if it isn't already. Going to be 21 shots soon. 6-3 the score. United States, 16 seconds to go in the third. Just tipped to neutral ice by the U.S. That might be it. Doesn't look like Ehlers is going to do anything. He has it in the far circle. 6-3 win, USA, USA, USA. The final. They were down 2-1. They were only up 4-3 after 2, but they prevail. Or no, yeah. No, they were only up 4-3 after 2, but they get the 6-3 win over Denmark. Huge game for the United States. Swayman with the win. He had 18 saves. Just answering something in Twitch. All right, 6-3 is the final. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Please follow on Twitch if you could do me a favor. I appreciate everybody supporting my YouTube channel. Whoops. Why am I meant to do this. There we go. All right. Let's delete that power play. All right. U.S. had 2 goals in the third. The 2 goals in the third were Jake Gensel from Austin Matthews and then Jack Hughes from Brock Nelson for your 6-3 win. Again, Switzerland beat Finland in the final women's quarterfinal. Switzerland will, I believe, take on Canada in the quarterfinals. I'm sorry, semifinals, which are Monday. That'll do it for me for today. We'll have Canada-France tomorrow, Sunday morning at 9:40 or 9:35 a.m. Central, 7:35 Pacific. We will also have the United States versus Germany, 2:05 Central, 12:05 Pacific. And hope to see you then. All right. Thanks, everybody. Let's see. 78% of the 68 votes had it correct. The United States would win. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Sin Bin Stream signing out. Hope you have a terrific weekend. Have a great Sunday. And hope to see you for the next one. Until then, take care. Be well. Wishing you all the best. And bye-bye, and, well, good night if it's nighttime for you. But have a good day, and bye-bye.